The Beat Generation took place throughout the 1950s post-World War II era. The Beat Generation was a new cultural and literary movement that influenced the cultural status of American society. Jack Kerouac and Allen Ginsberg are who were the core of this initial group. The people of the Beat Generation are well known for their use of non-traditional forms and the rejection of social norms. To be hip was to be a rebel. Hipsters during the Beat Generation were known as outsiders. They were involved with drugs, excessive drinking, and prostitution. Hipsters' lifestyle was scandalous, dangerous, and a lot were known as bums. Allen Ginsberg was known for his publication of his poem How, which he denounced what he saw during the Beat Generation. Forces of capitalism and conformity struck throughout the United States, in which he saw some of the best minds of his generation be destroyed by madness.
How was published in 1956, and this marks a turning point in the history of the Beat Generation. Carl Solomon and Allen Ginsberg met in a psychiatric hospital and became lovers. Solomon was known for his writing Report from the Asylum, in which it accounted for the shock therapy treatment used on the patients. Solomon found himself conformed into the madness, was exposed to surrealism, and this inspired him throughout his life.
We'll soon shake your windows and rattle your walls, for the times they are a-changing.
Miles Davis was a jazz player during the Beat Generation. He was widely considered one of the most influential musicians of the 20th century. Davis was inducted into the National Rock Hall of Fame in 2006. As a young man, Davis attended Juilliard School of Music. He eventually dropped out after running around playing gigs for Charlie Parker, who had a well-known drug addiction. Bob Dylan was a musician during the Beat Generation. Dylan's lyrics would incorporate various political, social, and literary influences, and was known to have the voice of the Irish spirit. The songs Dylan wrote had the infinite sweep of humanity in them. Many influential people of the Beat Generation found themselves conformed by society and stuck in the madness which led them to taking in bad habits. Allen Ginsberg was influenced into committing theft. Carl Solomon sent into a psychiatric hospital. Neal Cassady was repeatedly involved with petty crime and was also arrested when he was in LA for car theft. The use of drugs was inspired by intellect, but later turned into simply use. The original member of the Beat Generation used a number of different drugs, including alcohol, marijuana, and morphine. Jack Kerouac was an influential model at the Beat Generation. He was considered a literary iconoclast. His work covers topics such as spirituality, jazz, drugs, poverty, and travel. Kerouac became an underground celebrity. Kerouac's well-known piece was called The Dharma Bums. He was known to be an alcoholic and died at the age of 47.